Broadcasting from Nanyuki, Kenya. This is the Me and Larry reality video show. Tusker, LTL, editorial news, weekend review. Tusker, going to The Hague. Being a criminal. Okay. Tusker, going to The Hague, sponsored by Tusker. Let Tusker be your master. This is Luis Moreno Ocampo with Dr. Mitch right here.
Welcome.
Yes, and we're talking about the 6 that I chose to go to The Hague. Yes, I'm in The Hague. I thought I was in Kenya. I was so frustrated that I lost hair, and I shaved just to look good. And so the 4, 5, and 6 person, I already gave the first 3, that William Ruto and Mutha and Uhuru Kenyatta. They was responsible for the PEV violence of 2007 and 2008. Ruto and Mutha was responsible in the Rift Valley, and Kenyatta, he was just, he said that he tainted a lot of people responsible for providing the IDPs, which is internal displacement people, with tents and water and supplies. And when he was telling the viewers on TV, he was drinking before then, so he was intoxicated. So that was kind of like preventing his guilt with innocent by drinking. So he's just as guilty. And because I don't drink, because Ocampo don't drink. So what do you think when I picked these 4? You was like, what?
Yeah. How, Mr. Sang, I think he's just an ordinary journalist, and nobody thought you could go to such a small fish. How did you come up with such a name?
Well, what about Mr. Koski?
Henry Koski?
Koski.
Yeah, I understand he was a member of the Pentagon, but which role did he play?
He could play any role, because that guy is very notorious in doing a lot of things. He's responsible for doing and really picking out the managing director for the KEBS, which is the Kenya Bureau of Standards.
Yeah.
And they know about his history, that he does not choose wisely or fairly. He picks a managing director that the first thing he does is, you know, in America they use barcodes, and of course in Europe they use barcodes to stamp.
Yeah.
They give numbers.
Yeah.
But when you start giving numbers to livestock, like chickens, cuckoos, and cows, and then to try to figure out which one is whose, and then they go through paperwork to see who's in charge of those, the cattle and the chicken, and they trying to get to somebody's name, and then it getting confusing because most of the cattle be sold to somebody else, and they don't know the procedure of writing down whose cow is this and everything. So they had to hunt down the cow. They go all over the Kenya to look for it, and then for chicken too, because also the cuckoos can die, you know, at any time. So he's looking for them, and then here he is trying to put barcodes in those tanks, and then the tanks be moved, and then we have to find them. And so Koski is just kabafel, they say. And so, and then also he likes to stirred things up. He even have somebody from the Kenya Bureau of Standards back in the days to give barcodes to the guns and to the plungers. They call it machetes. It's plungers, and it's like you have to trace down all the weapons and everything, tear gas, and doing barcodes on that, numbers. It's sick. Even on stone. He's powerful. You put it on stone, you stamp it on stone, and then now you have to find the number to the stones. And it was hard for my team to look for those evidence because the stones, once it was stone and knocking people out, it broke in two. And so we had to get them together and put them together. So that was stupid. And then, of course, what do you think about Postmaster General Ali?
Yeah, Mr. Ali, I understand he was the police commissioner then. I think he was just doing his duty. Maybe he was serving his masters. Or what do you think?
Serving his masters.
Yeah.
I think he had too many masters because one was Kabaki and one was Raila and one was somebody else. And then he even had to go to Rift Valley to see Ruto, even though Ruto said it was Ali.
Yeah.
But you framed Ali. Ali.
But why go for Ali while you know his masters are still there? He was only implementing the orders.
Yes, but he was told to by some masterminds, which they not. Right now, we are not giving out the masterminds yet, but they will squeal like pigs. Pigs will squeal, and he will squeal. And how to become a postmaster? He can't even handle the people's mail. They say during the time they fired him from being handle the people to handling mail. He didn't do a good job in handling the mail. A lot of mail got lost. People lost money. So, and then Joshua Arap Sang, he was known as the DJ for this radio program in Rift Valley, which is the major one in Kenya, which is KASS, which stands for KS. So they didn't like him in some of his contents they use. And so all of a sudden, when they come on, the music come on and say, KASS, KS, with Mr. Joshua Arason, the Breakfast Show. And then he comes out, I think he came out with Public Enemy, Fight the Power. Said, fight the power, fight the power. And then all of a sudden I heard one verse saying, Joseph was a hero to most. Joseph was a hero to most. But he never meant to treat the poor with a high telephone bills of Safaricom. And then I heard Flavor Flav say, bump him and Rangburger. So I didn't like that very much. He was known as a racist, and not only to the Mazulus but also to other tribes and to the PNU. He said, go and get the PMU, make some noise. This is the day of reckoning. And I was like, he's guilty. So that's what it is for all these six. Yeah. Until they prove they're innocent. I know Joshua said, bring it on, Ocampo. No, Koski said, bring it on, too. Koski. Well, I'm going to bring it on. And you will know what Ocampo is thinking, or Kaviki. That's it.
Yeah. I wish you all the best.
Yes.
In Hague, when are we expecting them to join you in Hague?
The early part of 2011. Right now, they're going to have to not talk only to their council, and that's it. Only to their council. Nobody else.
Okay.
The media, they can say, I'm innocent. You know how they mouth off and how Uto complains. But everybody else, hey, you deal with your attorneys.
We should
Counsel.
see a fair and quick justice done.
Yes, hopefully, for the people's sake. I'll be back after this. LTL, Editorial News, Weekend Review. I thank you very much.